Okay, so with pace bottle feeding, there's a couple things that you want to be mindful of. Ideally, a baby will have a graduated slope like this, and it'll be the slowest flow possible. This is a Lanzano bottle. Lanzano bottles are actually pretty fast. So if you want this graduated slope and you like the Lanzano bottles, you could get the Pigeon bottles on Amazon. They're from the same sister company, so they're interchangeable, and you could try that. So once you have the bottle, you're going to hold baby more upright and you're going to hold the bottle horizontal to the ground. So parallel to the ground, horizontally. And then you're going to let baby latch on. So same thing like the boob. So we're going to make sure that baby latches on with the bottom first, and we're going to get in there, and we want to make sure that this part is pointing up to the roof of their mouth. So they look like this. And then you want baby to drive the milk. That's why we're going to keep it here. Whereas if we did this, milk would just drip out. So like that, and then you're going to give a couple of sucks and then just kind of tilt it down. Let them slow it down, go back up, let them keep going. Ideally, we want about 10-15 minutes for like a 2 to 3 ounce bottle. Okay, so we want to slow it down. We want it to be a slow thing. We don't want them to gulp this bottle down in like 5 seconds. Okay, we want this to be slow. We want this to mimic breastfeeding as much as possible. You can still do that halfway mark. You can take them off and burp them. But paced bottle feeding can be very protective of that breastfeeding relationship, and it also gives time for baby's stomach to talk to their head and tell them when they're full. If they're starting to push it away, if they're falling asleep, that means they're done. They don't need any more milk. So don't force them to overeat, because they can overeat at a bottle. Hopefully this helps. If you're having any issues of going back to work, please reach out to a lactation consultant and we can kind of help work through that with you. You'll want to make sure that you're pumping just to get used to your breast pump at least 2 weeks before you go back to work, if not earlier. And that's just so that you are comfortable with your pump. If you are starting the bottles around 4 weeks, a good general rule of thumb is that every single time the baby gets a bottle, you are also pumping to protect your milk supply. Hopefully that helps at least get you started. Feel free to look through our highlights. I think I've answered this question before, so I want to make sure that you have all of the information. And you can always ask us if you need to talk further. I'm happy to help. Just send us a message.